Today we're going to learn basic navigation of the Intuizi system. When you first log into Intuizi, you'll be logged into the signals page. The signals page will give you kind of an overview of all of the signals that have been processed over the last several weeks. In this case, we're looking at 130 billion signals that have been processed. Now, this is just good information and it gives you kind of a sense of the scale of the system. For most of our users, they'll want to look at the location, behavior, activation reports, or other tabs that we have in the system. So let's look at location data. Let's move over to the left-hand side and click on location. You'll see a menu that drops down. Depending on what you have in your system, you'll have points of interest, polygon, or trading area. For today, we'll pick points of interest. The point of interest system will pop up and you'll see all different types of points of interest right down the side here. You can go ahead and see that there are over 1 million points of interest that we're tracking, 122 billion signals that we looked at, and 16 billion unique visitations. Now, if you want to drill down even more, you can click on the segments button. You can pick on whichever category you might want. There's hundreds of categories that we have inside of here. You can pick on the particular point of interest that you want. There are thousands of points of interest in our system. Or if you don't really know what you're looking for, you can click on segments, whether they're automotive, educational, entertainment, health and lifestyle. There's all different types of segments that you can pick and kind of drill down to that. The next thing you might want to look at is behavioral patterns. So go ahead and click on behavioral. And depending on what you're looking for, you have apps, you have cross apps, you have connected television, you have cross visitation, and you have occasions. So depending on what your system access is, you'll have a variety of options to choose from. In this case, we'll go ahead and pick apps. So what this does is it shows you all of the apps that have been downloaded on particular users' phones. So you might want to understand whether or not your users have a banking app on their system. You can go ahead and click on banking and you can drill down to the bank name. Why this is of use is you may want to know whether that person is of age to have a bank account and therefore more qualified financially to be a target customer for you for whatever the reasons are that you might want. You could look to see if they have streaming apps or social apps or credit card apps or retail apps or luxury travel apps. Pretty much any app that's out there, we're able to let you know whether those apps are on their phones or not. So you can use them for inclusion or exclusion lists, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. The next navigation point we want to look at is activation. Now, activation can be used for a couple of different things. Activation can be used to activate an audience to go ahead and advertise to. What this does is it takes all of the encrypted IDs that are on the Intuizi system and it unencrypts them from the original signal provider and allows you to send that audience to whatever DSP that you currently work with. Other people may activate an audience for other reasons and not need the encrypted version. They may want the encrypted version rather than the unencrypted version, and they may be using it for business intelligence or other reasons and may not necessarily need to know or be able to target those people for advertising. To go ahead and do this, you can click on your audiences. In this case, we're looking at Michael's. You can go ahead and click the actions, activate. You can put in your description, whatever that is. You can pick your dates. You can pick the number of times that the person has been to that audience, and you can go ahead and click activate. And then you can send it to any one of these DSPs, or you can send it to an Amazon S3 bucket or a GCP bucket, whichever is the most useful for you. Thank you for watching. That's a brief overview of how to navigate the Intuizi system.